I have some exciting news. Penguin has just accepted my 7th manuscript. Book number 7 will be my second on personal wealth, and it will be titled Poverty Proof: 50 Ways to Train Your Brain for Wealth. That's following the first one, which was Is Your Thinking Keeping You Poor? 50 Ways the Rich Think Differently. When this book comes out next year, I will have written and published 7 books in a 5.5-year period with Penguin. And it got me to thinking about the psychology behind writing a book. You know, the story we tell ourselves has a massive impact upon our behavior. Most people who want to write a book tell themselves the story that writing a book is like climbing a mountain. One day they'll gather their courage and actually do it. I think a better story is writing a book is just writing a long essay. There's a second story I'd like to encourage you to tell yourself if you're trying to find the motivation to get going. Your first book is getting in the way of book number 2. I'd like you to start thinking plurally about the idea of writing books. Rather than just thinking, one day I will, I'd like you to think, book number 2 can only happen once I get book number 1 out of the way. When you study a lot of the published authors of best-selling fiction, they will often say that the first novel they ever sold was the third one that they wrote. Now, in the world of non-fiction and expert positioning, which we're concerned with here, it tends to be a little easier than that. If you have a good, solid idea for something that moves a body of knowledge forward, and you've read the relevant literature that makes up the previous books, the chances are very good that you'll be able to write and publish your book successfully. So what I'd like you to do is not think about book number 1. I'd like you to worry that book number 1 is getting in the way of book number 2. So get it done. Write that long essay so that you can get on with the next one. The more often you're seen in print and the more shelf space you take up in a store, the more you will be perceived as the expert in your industry.